Hey guys and gals, it's Trevor again, and today I'm gonna be painting a Heldrake for my friend Sathya's birthday. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to prime everything grey. As you may have noticed, I've left this only partially assembled. This is to make it easier for me to paint some of those hard to reach places. Now Sathya is a Thousand Suns player, so we're gonna base coat all the panels in Thousand Suns blue. Now we're gonna grab a bright green and use it to fill in some details like the slits on the tongue, the alluring eyes, the tantalizing nostrils, the enticing butt tendrils, and of course the nipples of the Heldrake. Now we're gonna use some lead belcher to paint all the parts of the body that are lying underneath the armor panels. This also includes the joints on the limbs and some of the connecting tissues on the neck. Now we're gonna make the wings a bit interesting by painting a dark purple onto the tips. And now we're gonna feather the edge of the purple using stippling, and then we're gonna grab the original blue and stipple some of that onto the boundary as well. And then we're gonna give up and just wet blend the entire thing because as it turns out, I'm not very good at painting. Okay, I think that looks alright. Just kidding, let's blend it some more. Yeah, I spent way too long doing this part, but the fun has just begun because we're gonna do the gold trim. So yes, there is a lot of gold trim to paint on this model. Like, a lot of gold trim. No, seriously, like a lot. Full disclosure, I took about 4 hours to paint all the gold, but damn did it look good when it was done. After that, we're gonna go back with the original blue and clean up all the mistakes we made, and now we're gonna assemble the model to get it ready for the wash. And that's right, we're using the wash that haunts my dreams and my nightmares, Nuln Oil. So we're gonna go ahead and slop this all over the model, and once it's dry, we're gonna grab a light blue and sketch out some highlights in the middle of all the blue panels. Oh yeah, doing this for every single blue panel totally didn't make me question my existence or self-worth at all. Now we're gonna grab a light purple and do the same thing for all the purple tips of the wings. Now we're gonna go back with the original blue and stipple some onto the edge of each of the light blue highlights to blend them in. And now we're gonna grab the original purple and do the same thing for the light purple highlights. Then we're gonna mix some silver paint with the original gold paint and use this to highlight all the gold trim. Now we're gonna dry brush a light silver paint onto all the silver metallic parts to bring back some of the shine. Now we're gonna try and make some of the green bits look like they're glowing. So we're gonna use a mixture of green and white paint and paint it into the center of each of the glowing bits. Then we're gonna water down the original green paint until it's almost transparent and paint it onto the parts surrounding the glowing bits. Let's do a bit of cleanup on any of the parts that are a bit too green. Alright, and I think that's looking passable, so let's work on the base. So we're gonna smoosh some clay all around the base, add on a bit of a rocky texture by jabbing it with a wet clay shaping tool. We're gonna leave it in the sun to dry for a few days, and because we left it in the sun, once it's dry it should develop some big cracks. We're gonna go ahead and emphasize these cracks by breaking the clay along the cracks and then gluing it back together with a little bit of separation in between the pieces. Alright, let's cover this flight stand so that we don't get any paint on it, and now we're gonna prime everything grey, unwrap the flight stand, mix together some black and white paint into a grey paint to do a bit of touch up, hit it with a black wash all over. Once it's dry, we're gonna dry brush with a light grey, we're gonna line the base with a dark color, and then we're gonna attach our Heldrake. And there you go, one fully painted Thousand Suns Heldrake. This was definitely a lot of work, but I can say that I'm pretty proud of the result. I'd like to thank my good friend Brendan for lending a hand to help me out with the assembly and cleaning all the mold lines off the model. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you really want to help me out, do check out my Patreon at patreon.com/TrevorGoesMeep. Alright, I hope you had fun and I'll see you all next time.
I didn't know.
Happy birthday!
It's huge! Oh my gosh,
It's huge.
it's so cool!
Happy birthday! So
Oh,
that's
thank you.
the actual thing we got for you.
Where's your army? Where's your army, Jared? Where's your army?
Should I keep videoing? Should I following you?
Sure, you're okay.
He's huge!